you. This one's these up quick. Okay, let's make sure everything's working here. Oops. Let's make sure this is actually working. Let's see if that's chat's working. Oh no. Fix something quick. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna take a second. Cancel. We're doing this. Doing this. Okay. I think. No, that's the wrong thing. Oh, man. Mess that up. There. Okay. That should work. Alright. Now it should work. It'll be a weird chat thing, but it works. It works for now, I think. Maybe? No? Hold on a sec. Edit. I want to edit it. Okay. Let's see. Edit. Properties. By 1080. That'll work. Okay. No. It's there. Okay. Alrighty. Well, welcome in. If you're here, welcome. I'm just gonna select the live source for this. Yes, that's it. Now, YouTube should be good. Hi, Yvonne. How you doing? Doing well? It should be good here. Okay. All right. Oh well. Well, all is well. Here we go. All right. Hopefully. Let me just check to see if it... Oh, there it goes. I am. I'm doing well. How did you enjoy your Valentine's Day? I think a cat's in here running around, so we'll have to see if he behaves. Let me see quick. Oh, it's the one that doesn't behave. Oh, Manny, out. Manny, out. Manny, out. Go. He was hiding. He was hiding. He was hiding in my room. Okay. Well, yeah. All is well. Let me make sure. Okay. Oh, hi, Sophie. Oh, if I should have these available because they're not like showing up or. Oh, yeah. Manny was hiding in my room. But yeah, I didn't put up Melvin yet, actually. He can join us. So he might not do much, though. I don't have him set up to do much of anything because he's not going to do the cues anymore. But he can still join us, yes. Let's see if I can. Oops, I did the wrong one. There he is. Manny's a cat, yes. Manny's our fourth cat. He's the youngest cat, and he's very lovable. He loves to he misses his mommy. He was taken away from his mommy pretty young, so when he is in here, he wants to sit on my lap and me to pay attention to him, which can be distracting. So, or if I'm not paying attention, he'll start knocking things down, and he gets a little naughty, but it's okay. So that's why he comes running in, and then like when I have there's Melvin. When I have him in here, he'll just keep on bugging me. He's silly. Okay, so welcome in, guys. We'll just start out right away. Might as well. So wherever you're joining from, I know you guys are a lot of you from across the pond. That's what we like to say. Thank you for being here. And a space is for mediumship, spirit guide messages, and tarot or oracle cards as I'm called. I'll use those. I usually use the oracle, but if you want tarot, let me know. And if you're new, take what resonates and leave the rest. You always have the choice there. It's your life. Spirit likes to guide, but sometimes they try to guide you, and they try to guide the way they think you should be going. But I feel like this is more of a try to talk to your soul, and sometimes fear can come in and disrupt that. But it's something that might come later, and then you'll understand. But yeah. Yeah, in his treasure jar, he has like a little gift. Like I had a whole video for that and stuff, but I never got it set up where when somebody would pick, it would go in his treasure jar. Maybe once in a while I can set him up. Like you'll see him like sometimes make comments. He'll make little comments, but I can have him set up where he does like sometimes he'll do videos or something. There's like different videos this is a video actually of him, and it just kind of loops. But yeah. Yeah, I like him. I'm glad you like him. He's so cute. But yeah, we had to change it up. It was getting confusing for people, and yeah, just gets a little hectic, and then you're explaining it, and yeah. Anyway, So if you'd like to request a reading, you can just type that whatever you want in there, like Junior said. Hi, Junior. You want to be read? And then I'll just go to who I feel, I love Fuguano. Thank you. Welcome. Yeah, that's really far away from me, I think. I'm not very good with, geography, to be sure. Melvin is. He is more than a looping thing. He is. Hey, Eska, how you doing? So we're going to do a grounding meditation just to start off, and then I'll do a reading for Junior. And then if you guys, anybody else that wants a... Temporary mod. Yay! Thank you. Anybody else that wants to read, let me know, and then we'll go as spirit guides, okay? So, and then we'll cap it at, a little bit before an hour and a half, and we'll then start kind of just shutting down the room just to call back, our own energy and say goodbye and all that stuff. So that's what we'll do. Okay. So, before we go in, we'll just, take a deep breath in together through your nose. Then, exhale slowly through your mouth. Again, through the nose. And out through the mouth. And allow your shoulders to drop, your jaw to soften, unclench. Now bring your awareness to your feet. Imagine roots extending down into the earth, steady, strong, anchoring you. Feel the weight of your body supported. You are safe here. Now imagine a soft light above your head, calm, steady, not overwhelming. Just as you breathe in, the light gently flows down through the crown of your head, through your mind, clearing noise. Now through your throat, clearing tension. Now through your heart, softening what needs softening. Down through your body into the earth, everything that is not yours to carry, let it move downward into the ground. The earth knows how to compost what we release and turn it into something. No energy is lost. It's going to be just transformed. Now imagine that same light rising back up from the earth, through your body, up into the spine, and gently out through the crown. You are grounded and connected. Calm body, clear mind, open awareness. And when you're ready, you can, return to the sound of my voice, and we are now ready to do the readings. Getting positive vibes already. Yes, this is a lumpy space princess from Adventure Time. She's with her pack of wolves that she ends up in the show. I don't know if you've ever seen Adventure Time. She ends up befriending and hanging out with a bunch of wolves. So, hi Ben Ford, welcome. Yes, grounded. Okay, so we're gonna go to Junior, and Junior wants spiritual advancement or growth reading. Okay, so if you want a reading, you only need to write it once in the chat. Obviously, if the chat goes crazy, I might ask for it again because be faster. But than trying to find it. But please don't spam the chat with your question over and over again. Some people do that. I'm just trying to rail that in a bit. That's more on TikTok, but anyway. TikTok's not here today. Oh, thank you, Junior. Well, welcome in and happy belated birthday. Hey, Queen of Moons, how you doing? Hi, Tanya. Welcome. Okay, Sophie. Thanks for popping in. Okay, let's see. Junior. Well, I feel a lot of excitement already around what you want to be doing. There's a lot of excitement. There's a lot of anticipation. There's a lot of wanting it, like, maybe this was like in the beginning and now it's kind of tamed down, but I feel like there's a wanting of it to like happen, like need. Oh, you're welcome, Junior. And yeah, shenanigans. Let's see. So a need of it, and but not a need as much. Just like, well, just a wanting of that connection. I feel like it was in the beginning when you were learning it. I feel like there's still that there, like a acceleration of wanting an acceleration, but I feel like it's like the guides are just saying whatever's coming to you is for you at this time, and it's like nothing can really be rushed, or it's more of a just trusting at this point what you're getting, and not have the expectations. It's just not having expectations to it, just like whatever flows is flowing. Oh, really, Ben? Yeah. So the intuitive, I was just thinking intuitive journaling. Especially when you're feeling like, when you feel the energy, it's good to like, and because I feel like you're doing the work. And oh, thank you, Aska. Yeah, that they can write their questions and stuff. It's no problem. But yeah, if somebody starts going asking too much, then it's like, but they're doing fine. So yeah, Junior, it's like more of like also when you're feeling, I feel like it's like when you start giving. Makes me feel like you're trying to do, like, feel the energy. Are you trying to, like, feeling energy? When you're feeling the energy from someone else, like you're trying to feel the energy of spirit for someone else. It's trying to then maybe doing the journaling of how, because I'm not sure if it's like, I guess it's, if you don't want to write it down, sometimes it's hard to put in words, but it's just like trying to like have the awareness of how that felt. So if you need to write that down to try to understand that, but because they had intuitive journaling. Yeah. But I feel like it is progressing. Is just a matter of, like as things come, it will be It will because it's when they know that you're ready for it. And things might, as you do the work too, things might change, not to be concerned like, oh, I used to do it this way, but now it's changed to this way. It's like, it's just because they do try to give you different things. It's not like it's always going to be the same way. Hi, Ivy. Welcome. Yeah. So I don't know if that's happening right now, that transition where things are kind of shifting for you and it feels different. But it's like, just trust whatever's coming. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Whatever you want to do, Queen. Yeah, I do general or questions either way. So. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm feeling, Junior. But I feel like you're... I feel like what they're saying is, yeah, a message from the third eye. Yeah. It's like maybe making sure you're working on that meditation thing there, like the chakras, because I feel like just opening that up more, and then also just the clearing of the chakras, the grounding really helps. You want to discover yourself spiritually. Are you doing do you have a teacher? It makes me feel like you're being taught by somebody, or you're doing like lessons somewhere where you're like trying to, there's some type of learning going on, like a teacher trying to, teaching you the fundamentals. Because I feel like I'm getting a feeling of that. That's actually happening right now. You do meditation, yeah. Okay, so that's what I'm feeling for you, Junior. Yeah, you say you do meditate, but I feel like it's concentrating on that third eye. Okay, you did join in. Okay, because that's why I'm feeling like you are doing that. It feels like I feel an excitement from spirit and for you for just getting it going. So yeah, that's what I'm feeling. All right, Junior. I'll give you one more card, but I feel like, well, it says split your focus, so. Okay. It says split your focus, so. Maybe just making sure that you're putting whatever shouldn't be in your head, like the things that might be like clouding your mind at the time during the work you're trying to do, try to put that in a box. It helps to visualize an actual box that you put outside your room, and you put all the things in there that you don't need to be listening to at the time, right? It's like, it could be a big, huge, like, trunk, actually, and then you could even, like, lock it up in your mind, and just visualize that you did that, and then now you're in this room, right? And then whatever that not saying you're not going to go back to that, but that's locked away until you're done to your work. I think it's just like split your focus, making sure you're not got it all intermixed. Sometimes that can help. Like, I even used to visualize, when I was having issues with a certain person or whatever, and I would put, for instance, my mom in there, and then I would imagine her like, no, help, I want to come back out, I want to be in your head. No, you're in the box, I've got to go do work. Like, it sounds silly, but it helped. I don't know. But but yeah, stuff like that, where you like normally, your normal like life things, you don't want to be thinking about like things while you're trying to do the work. So try to split your focus, make sure that your mind is clear, I guess is what I'm trying to say. All right, well, thank you, Junior, for coming. I'll leave the love of spirit with you. All right, so we have a lot of questions, which is great. Yeah, it's like my mom would be like, yeah, like you see your hand trying to peek out, and like, no, I locked it. You're out. You're in there. Yeah, the energy has been a roller coaster. I think a lot of things astrology-wise are going on for people. Probably feeling that. Picking up energy, it can be draining. Yeah, it's good to put on. Yeah, Junior. Yep. Well, I just feel like you are excited about it, and Spirit's excited for you to start, that you're learning it. I feel like there's an excitement. You're welcome. when you're picking up, Ben, when you're picking up energy from other people, yeah, it can be draining. It's good to put up a bubble around yourself and try to, because you don't want to take on their energy, because they might be trying to push it, not unconsciously, they might be trying to push it onto you. It's more of, sometimes they are consciously trying to just like dump it so they don't have to feel it, but then you'll take it on because you're empathetic and a caring person. So that can be draining, because an empath wants help, but got a real, there's like a combination of having the bubble and understanding that there's only, it's in their best interest that they feel the emotions so that they can, because if they don't feel them, they're never gonna have any growth in themselves. So yeah, and it's helped you through a big time. Yeah, you're gonna put David in a box. Yeah, bot. See, it'll work. Yeah, but if he's in the other room and he still can come out, yeah, that might be kind of hard, but yeah. Yeah, white ball of protection around, yeah. Oh, okay, around your Reiki list. Yeah, I think it's putting that on, and then if some people might, and knowing sometimes because you are open, they might, yeah. Are open and are one, if people come and tell you things, they might then project onto you the emotions, and it's hard. So it's like just realizing that they're not trying to do it to you, but they're trying to feel better. So yeah, it's hard though. Okay, so let's see. We'll go to the Queen. We'll go to the Queen. Where's the Queen? What's her question? I saw it earlier, so I can find it again. Okay, she just wanted a general reading, and I saw your question, Ivy, and all that, all you guys. So I'll get to you guys if I can. Oh, you call in my arc. Yeah. My day's doing good, Eska. We had Valentine's Day yesterday. We saw a comedian, TJ Miller, and that was fun. It's always fun to see a comedian. He was very funny. Okay, so that was fun. It's interesting. Like, he even mentions energy. So like and this is a good thing, I feel like, because like I was talking to my husband about it. As soon as he gets up there, he's talking about a woman that didn't clap when he came up, and she's just sitting there like this, and he mentions it, and he made a joke about it. It's a he was very good at working the crowd. But if you think about it, it's like, even if I were to like come in here and you have to have people that are willing to receive, right? Not like you should be like telling me, but have your heart open and be open. Like, if you're closed off like that, that energy can affect you. So like, it's kind of interesting. We all, even as comics or whatever, can feel the shift of energy in a person and can affect them. You try not to, but it's hard not to have somebody who's, staring daggers at you, not to be affected, right? And it takes a lot. So, all right, so Queen, generally. So it's being aware of that and not too, we're just as humans, we're known to sense differences and feelings of others. It's a survival mechanism as well. So it's not just being an empath. So Queen, high vibe thoughts create health in my body, peace in my mind, and love in my heart. Oh, yeah. Okay, Asuka, I see your question. High vibe thoughts create health in my body, peace in my mind, and love in my heart. So it's just, I think even just trying to have that perception, not to deny, like, it's just to have gratitude. I feel like it's, well, the way we talk to ourselves, or the way we think about, if we start thinking negative or whatever, it can then start just becoming more of a spiral into that. It's like trying to realize and have an awareness of how you're talking to yourself. I feel like you are, I don't know why, like when I want to say like things like I have this feeling of from spirit, like, the gratitude, but like just saying gratitude, it feels like, the way it's been talked about a lot in spiritual circles, just feels like to have gratitude. It's not like just to have gratitude, but it's also because it's not what they're trying to say is not as much to feel grateful for everything, to just have more of a sense of less envy or in just wanting to, just being comfortable and understanding that what you have is something that is amazing already. Yeah, this fits. Okay. All right. But it's just to have that, inner, and I don't want to say happiness either, because it's like all these words that we use sometimes it's not always we're going to be happy. So it's more of just a peace. Yeah, peace is the best word, where you're just a peace and calmness and a like the Buddha, type energy, where it's not like you're trying to be a hedonistic person trying to, it's always, I want everything, but it's more of just a peacefulness and a enjoying of life and what where you're at the time, no matter where you're at, trying to find the joy in and being present with that. Yeah, so that's what I'm feeling. It's okay. Yeah, attacking others is an attack on myself. I choose to release this now. So it is like a lot of things that we do, like, or judgments we have for other people, we might then hold that same type of high expectation for ourselves and are projecting it out. But I'm not saying that's what you're doing, but sometimes when we do like criticize somebody else's values, we're not really looking at it through our own eyes and not theirs, and what they value. They might value and have a reasoning to it for themselves, and so I feel like it's like understanding that, it's like somebody who sees something happening might not really be there for the whole conversation and know that person that did that has an issue with, mental health, where somebody might think he's just like trying to steal something, so somebody else might react thinking it's unfair what he's doing and he's stealing, where the other person understands, well, that person just, is mentally has an issue. So, yeah. Thanks, Eska. You're funny. Hi, Angela. Yeah, another Angela. Well, I'm Angela, but I go by Angie. But welcome. First time here. So I feel like it's just like having that perception that there's might be underlying things there. I think I don't know if there's something like going on where you're trying to understand someone, and it's you're like feeling bad because you are thinking like, well, sometimes we do have those judgments on people, like, why they do that? I wouldn't do that. But then you think, well, I shouldn't be that harsh because I don't know what is really happening. But it's okay. Like, you're also, I think that's how we learn, like, in ourselves, what in those situations, even though we're not in those situations, we are putting ourselves in those same situations. Okay, so you understand. Okay, so yeah, all right. Yeah, so it's even harder then. Yeah, I know. Okay. So it's like just making sure that but it's through the awareness. I feel like it's even harder for you than I don't know anybody that has bipolar, but I've heard about, but it can be, difficult. So, but I feel like too, it's the inner turmoil that you then judgment of yourself that you're going in and like, it's like, well, understanding that, there's things that are just going to have to align better. Yeah. So basically they're saying just, be careful, be nicer to yourself and with the awareness of what you're doing. There's nothing to be, we're all different. We all have, and what you need is coming to you in ways you could never imagine, Queen. So I feel like, I feel like the things that are happening for a reason, and that is for that. I feel like that's the, you say you're always asking why you can't do better, but it's understanding that it's through that awareness that you have the wherewithal to think of that's even great in itself. I mean, it does mean that you do have, you are trying. It's not like you're, but it's, and even the best of days might end up, you might not feel you're 100% yourself, and you might react in a different way, and it's like a normal human thing. I feel like it's just being more kind to yourself. I feel like especially with the way social media is there's reactions to things that we see in snippets of time, and it's understanding that that's just because somebody said something, isn't that who they are as a person. That does not define them. And I feel like not one action defines you. It's multitude of actions. So, need self-talk. But like the self-talk, just the way you talk to yourself, and the less judgment too. So, but I feel like they are saying that you are, it's the awareness that you have been putting on, and just be kinder to yourself about things. It is a process. It's not something that's gonna flip a switch that you can flip and go, okay, I'm fine now. And then once it does, it might still have times where it goes back. So and you are who you are, and there's going to be times, but I feel like it's just, it's regulating it in a way that, with the awareness that you have, I think it's not being mentally well. It's about mentally. Okay. What did Angela say? Angela, I popped in perfect time. I'm in a similar situation with my daughter and one of her friends. This child is very disturbed mentally. Okay. Not mentally well, that is. Okay. Yes, it's hard. As for that, Angela, it's hard. I mean, like, sometimes, like, we don't know where they came, how they're growing up, and what they've been grown, not saying for this child, but I do feel like you never know how they were raised or what's going on at home. So it's a combination of that too, sometimes kids react in certain ways. Well, thank you, Queen, for coming. I hope that put some clarity. I feel like that it's just trying to, I feel like Spirit's just trying to ease your heart a little bit off, hold it in front of you and show you, like, this is what you should, take more better care of it and not be so judgmental on yourself. And you are who you are, and just, yeah. But yeah, being mentally well, yeah. Oh no, I don't know what you're saying, Aska. So, okay. Oh, I knew you were telling. I was talking to Angela before. All right. Well, you guys talk. All right. Let's see what we've got. I knew you were talking, Aska. I knew you were talking, Queen. So, let's see. Trinity. Or let's go to Ivy if you're still here, and then we'll go to Trinity if you're here too. So. Oh. Well, thanks for coming, Queen. Appreciate it. I think Ivy's on Twitch. Hi! You had a question about you're in a bad financial spot, and every route I've taken to get money hasn't worked at all. I have a feeling I'm being blocked from everything. The question is, will I get financial financial out of your financial situation right now. Okay. Well, when we I know a lot of people are having trouble with work and things going on, but I feel like it's when you say you're being blocked, like sometimes when we do manifest or try to do things for ourselves, it can come in different ways. So it's not like, maybe it's not coming in money. It could be coming in other, you know, ways where like, oh, since like a friend brings you food, that means you didn't have to buy food that day, you know, or, you know, like you're buying groceries and you find out that there's a 2-for-1 where, you know, and for all the things that you need. I don't know. It's just like different like ways of them giving you, you know, something, or just even it could be a kind word, or you know, just, you know, the abundance of things that can happen. So it's the way we look at it is like, you know, I like to have more money, but sometimes it comes in different ways. So then, you're unable to get a job, applied to hundreds of jobs, and tried becoming a sugar baby. Oh, yeah. I looked into loans, can't get approved, so every route has been blocked for me. I'm not understanding what is going on. Well, I think it's just being true to yourself too. Like, I mean, like, it's, I feel like a lot of people are having issues with jobs right now. So it's not just you, and I don't feel like it's a block just for you. I feel like it's more of I do feel like it's like trying to understand what you really want. Like you said, hundreds of jobs, like maybe curtailing it to an area. Like, is there trying to like I feel like it's just so much as being put everywhere. Like it says uncertainty, choose who you will become. So it's like trying to figure out what you really want. Like you're talking about all these different things. So of what you try to do. So it's like, yeah, you can't get approved probably because you don't have a job. And yeah, the sugar baby thing, well, you know, I feel like that's not what you truly wanted to do, you know. I mean, like in the whole, I mean, if you have to, but I don't feel like that's being true to yourself. I think like it's just needing to concentrate on the jobs that you are, like on the few jobs that you do apply to, and do them well, you know, apply to them well. And like, it just makes me feel like there is gonna be like a hardship to it, but it's because of there's a lot of people trying to get those same jobs. Yeah, I've tried different jobs I never wanted to do. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like it's just more of just wanting to like keep to put to keep it just makes me feel like you just got to try to be, you know, it says uncertainty, choose who you will become. It's more of like trying to like knowing that all these jobs are things that other people can do. It's just trying to find something that is your niche that you can start like trying instead of, I know, yeah. I mean, there's a job, you have to get money, but there's also trying to find something that is going to last longer than just for now. You know, like some jobs can just be just a stepping stone. It's like trying to find who you really want to be and try to find that. It's not like, you know, your job's your identity, but how you want to bring in money for the rest, not the rest of your life, but, you know, for a longer time than just now. But it's, so take the time that you do have, maybe start learning other things that might make you more valuable in the job force. Even though because you can't find a job right now, right? What's that? What are you talking about, Mr. Black Eyes? I don't know what you're saying. All right. So forget who you are. So that's Ivy. I'm talking Ivy Girl. I'm giving Ivy Girl a message. I don't know who you're talking to, Mr. Black Eyes, but it's not any of us. I'm talking to Ivy Girl, giving her a reading. So I don't know if you're responding to me. I don't know who you are. Okay. Interesting. All right. Well, anyway. Okay. Bye, Yvonne. Night. So it says forget who you are. Conditioning falls away. Memory no longer defines you. So I feel like, yeah, I need to find something that I'm passionate about, but what am I passionate about feels like a fading feeling that I'll never do any of that. Yeah, I feel like, okay. Oh, what the hell? All right, Mr. Black Eyes, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but I'm gonna So anyway, yeah, put him in timeout because I have no clue who he's talking about and he's getting weird. Forget who you are. I don't know if he's talking to us or what, but it doesn't make sense because nobody's in here. Hey, that's talking to him. Conditioning falls away. Memory no longer defines you. So I feel like it is. I feel like they are just the condition. They're saying the same thing I was explaining earlier is that finding, but with what you're passionate about feels like a fading feeling. Well, I feel like it's because you're feeling like sometimes that can be that way when you're trying to put a monetary feel to it right away. It can be hard, and then it feels like, well, you know, it's like doing it, you can do it, but it's going to take time and energy and all that. So it's like with when you're talking about the passionate stuff. So, okay. Thank you, Queen. Thank you for coming. Thank you. But I just feel like it's more of, I think it's just going to take time. It's them wanting you to figure out yourself also, which is going to be helpful, which I think is what's happening. And it's like, you know, they say everything happens for a reason, but I know it doesn't feel good when that happens and you're trying to, you know, survive, but it's also might be the best time to like be able to go within and, you know, the self-love and the figuring out yourself and the you know, and what you really are desire, you know. So, but I it's knowing that the thing is, when you say you never do any of that, it's wanting, just them wanting, it's like, why do you feel that way? And that might just be a doubt and a fear in your own self. So it's that underlying fear that might be also be holding you back more so than anything else. It's like the fear of not getting something, the fear of, you know, it's like just flow and try to get, you know, put yourself out there and know that you deserve it, and not feel like it's that inner feeling of fear that you don't deserve it that I think might be causing I'm not saying it's causing the block, but that is causing a lot of more negativity in your own mind. So, like, feeling like there is, you know, that nothing gonna work for me, you know, like that negativity, that fear of that, you know, can be limiting in itself. So I do feel like they are, you know, you ask for the guidance and they will, yeah, they will be helping. Yeah, I feel like see a moment's regret, nostalgia, you know, fearing you've made a mistake. And I feel like it's just moving forward and knowing that you are trying your best, you know, and going with that instead of, feeling like the other way. So, but I do, you know, if you ask for your guides' help and signs, yes, definitely, they will be there. They're not going to tell you what to do exactly, but they will be there to help guide you and help, you know, and show that you're on the right path. I think just because you have that awareness of all that, I think it does help though too. So thank you, Ivy Girl, for coming. Good luck. I know a lot of people are having issues with jobs, so I think, you know, it's a recession or something happening. But yeah, Eska, you can put your question in. I'm gonna go to Trinity, if Trinity is here. Or there she is. Yeah, good luck, Ivy. Did you have a question, Trinity? I can look back. I can't see. It doesn't say. Okay, you're here. Yay. What else is on? You're welcome, Ivy. Okay, message from your guides. Okay. Do that. We got the Goddess Guidance Oracle deck. Do that. Okay. It says, spend time near water such as a lake, river, or the ocean to recharge your batteries. Which can be kind of cold depending on where you're at. Or even if you... Florida was cold. I don't know. Go into the water. Solace. But I feel like it's... Well, I feel like water does speak to you, but there is also just the idea of water, and the reason why it does is maybe not as well understood, but just the flow of things and the natural flow and how it just goes. And I don't know, something about the vastness of water for you too. Just having, there are a lot of things that you really want to like learn and of knowledge. Trinity. Yeah, Priscilla, go ahead. You can ask. Yeah. I'll probably do a couple more yet. And Eska, yeah. Sure. Making me feel like you're really trying to learn like makes me feel like there's a learning involved for you. I'm not sure if it's happening now, but it makes me feel like there's a lot of different modalities of things that you want to learn, Trinity, and they're like saying like it can be self-taught. It's not like you have to do it in a building, you know, as much. You're learning a lot, so much knowledge. Okay, yeah. It's not as much of a building that you're in, but more of a self-taught, like online type thing. There's so many different things, you know, opportunities to learn from different people, and I think it can be kind of like confusing but it's like just trusting your gut and taking what resonates and not, and then if for yourself, it's not like you have to listen to everything somebody says. It's like taking, because it's like it might be for their path. It's not wrong. It might be there for their path, but it might not be for yours. So it's and it might just be how they interpret it too that is different, because there's so many different, I think a lot of things can be interpreted in different ways, especially in spirituality. You know, it can be interpreted in one way and makes sense, but then somebody interprets it in the other way. And then it says, have faith, your prayers have been heard and are being answered. So I feel like you've been asking more for just guidance and just, like, I feel like more like more calmness, more just like, yeah, you have a right to explore the paths of your journey that works for you. Yeah, because there's going to be different things that, and I think that's a lot of things. Like if you think, I don't know, the way they're kind of indicating it makes me feel like even when you like hear about, what happens after life after death, nobody knows for sure. That everybody could be like, well, this is what, it's like, but it's like, what do you feel inside? What resonates with you? What speaks to you? What do you hold inside that feels like your truth and what you feel? And it doesn't mean that those people are wrong. They might just be, I think it's these things that are just so out of the realm of our own head that we can try to explain them, but really, do we really understand? You have a lot of confusing teachers. Because I think a lot of them want to give you exact answers, right? But it's like, really, just understanding that they don't really have the answers. It's their own thoughts and feelings on the issue, which might resonate for them, but not as, and it's like a doctor, they're still human, right? Doctors make mistakes. Doctors, they're going by what science they know, that is at the time. And, it's like, we only know what's right until it's proven wrong. So it's like, so that's what I'm feeling. It's just like, you explore the past. So that's where it can get confusing. I feel like it's just going with the flow of how, writing down what you feel and what you are feeling when you go within yourself and your own truth of your, and that I think is the strongest, like, that will give you more of a connection to spirit than somebody else's path of what they feel the connection of spirit is, so, and especially to your guides will help. I feel like, like some people swear they can know the names of their guides and then what they look like and all this, and that might be fine for them. That's fine. I'm not saying that's not right. I'm just saying, like, that might be the reason why they need that, is because to connect to them in a certain way. It doesn't mean that the other person, Joe over here, needs, because he can't get the names and he doesn't know what they look like. He doesn't need that to connect to them. But this person does. So it's not saying that this is wrong or this is right. It's, so, yeah. Oh, no worries. I'm just doing a reading, so I'm not reading it. I read that, but I didn't read what you said. You said, not every teacher is bound to take you need and move on. Yeah, that's right. Well, it says on here too, I feel like that's more the guides telling you, ask others, including me, to help you, instead of trying to do everything by yourself. And I feel like that's the guides saying, ask other people around you, I think it's just asking questions of your teachers, but also asking of the guides. And then, they'll be able to help you instead of trying to figure it all out on yourself. Sometimes it can get confusing. But then, agree with it. Within is what matters, But I feel like there's like a thing with the water. I don't know, ask us this on the water too. Currents mean the vast mind when people have. Okay. Water sign. Oh, okay. Interesting. But I feel like with the water, it just, like, I think there's just so much, like, I feel like there's so many people that have words on things, and there is a lot of knowledge to be had, but it's just picking what you do need to ask more. Especially if it might be like clarifying things sometimes might help. Keep on like clarifiers. Sometimes or examples even. I feel like sometimes they can talk in general terms, and it can get kind of confusing if you're not really grasping what they're saying. Yeah. But I feel like they're saying you're experiencing enormous change right now, which brings great blessings. I feel like there's a lot going on for you, Trini, with this learning of stuff, and it's just not taking it, not allowing them to take your own confidence of itself away from you, because sometimes don't allow some other teachers to take your confidence away. If that's happening, and then some people, it depends. I mean, like, just remember they're human, even though they're teaching, they're human. So if they start, and some might have egos, so it's like, just, be aware of that. I think it's like protecting yourself and knowing what you feel, and not allowing them to hold you and your confidence and be in charge of it, you know? Which can be hard to do because you want to look up to somebody and say, am I doing well? But it's like, know that inside you are, you know, too. So, because this is hard. It's hard with spirituality because it's also a feeling too of what you feel inside. All right, Trini. Thanks. That's good. Yeah, I gotta drink water or my soda. Okay. If I can drink my liquid. Thank you, Trini. Yeah. I feel like a lot from Spirit of like wanting to protect because there is a lot of growth happening and a lot of, but I feel like there's a sensitivity in there that can be hindered, and it's like Spirit is wanting you to know, don't let that be hindered because you have a lot to give and you're very strong. There's a lot of gift in you, well, I think all of us, but you are working on it, and it's like don't allow, because we can take in a lot of the outside influence and have that affect us, and that can dim our light, and it's like don't allow that to happen. I think it's just, know when that's happening, or when something else is affecting you like that. You're welcome. All right, Eska. Let's see what we got. Yeah, get tough. Yeah, it can get hard. Or you feel like, yeah. Well, and that's okay. I mean, that's part of the work too, because you have to feel somebody's energy to read them. It's a catch-22. That's why also you're doing it, because it's good to do this, because then you do understand which energy is your own and which is theirs. And I feel like even because of the work I'm doing and because of this, it's really helped me, like when I'm around other people, to be like, I know this isn't mine. This is, so, and I'm like, okay, because especially just doing the work, right? We're gonna go to Eska, and then we'll go to Priscilla. Hi, relax, my dude. How you doing? Who just joined? So, Eska, you had a question. Hello. A question of, your path to your future. You're on the path to your future self. Okay. Let's see. Yes, we do believe in her. All right. So, well, I feel like it's, if they show me a why, I'm okay. They didn't. Okay. Well, it's trusting that you are on the path, Eska. You got 14, which is like you are. I mean, I feel like you are on the path. I mean, like I think even if you do stray off the path, it is gonna like lead back. So it's like, it's not. I don't feel like there's awareness there of where there's like a. I feel like there's this inner compass already inside you that you are listening to, that can that is bringing you, that it has been bringing you along the path. It's more of, but it's also knowing that when you do stray off of it, you do feel off, and it's like understanding why that is because you do have that. I'm not saying everybody has, I feel like just for you, Eska, that really sings true. Like you do feel it in yourself more, like, but it's to trust that you are on it. And like I said, I feel like when you do stray, you do feel off, you do feel like down, you feel like there's like a depression or just like a negative feeling inside you that I think it's just a pull of wanting to come back up. Oh, you started listening to yourself. Oh, okay. Good. Yeah. That helped. Yeah. It's like, I do feel like I feel like there's that, but I feel like that's more of like, gotta be careful. I'm not saying like every time you feel energy, that's what happened. It's just like sometimes that's what can be portrayed that way. That's what you feel. Yeah. But it's like also knowing that sometimes that's the reason why you go into those, we can respond and say things to ourselves that aren't very kind or be negative or judgmental to ourselves, like I should be doing this or whatever. It's because that is that inner compass of wanting to stay on the path and stick to it. But it's like, no matter how, it's not, the goal isn't to run down the path, it's to walk it, and to experience it. So it's not, there's never an end goal to the path, right? So it's like remembering that there's no end. I mean, end goal, I guess, would be, when we die, that's what's going to happen at the end. But there's really no end to anything. There's always there's never like even happiness, or I'll be happy when I do this, or I want to do this. So, and then my life will be great. It's like, no, it's like once you get there, there's always something else. That's the human growth. That's human life. So it's like, it's remembering that it's not something to run to or to always constantly try to chase. It's just walking it now. So if things do come up, or there's going to be times where you're going to need to take care of yourself and do other things. It's not always going to, that certain parts of the path aren't going to be achieved right away, Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Destiny. Yeah. I mean, I feel like there's some of that you feel is part of what is meant for you. There's always talk about if there's things that are fate or destiny, and I'm not going to go into that, but it's more like I feel like there's just things that you feel like you're destined to do. I don't feel like it's like as much of talking about destiny, fate, or things pre-planned. I think we all have our own theories of that, but I feel like it's just more of the plan that you feel like you have in this life is it comes, I feel like it's like all in good time, that all in good time, it's not, and it happens when it is, things happen when it's time, when you're ready for it. Sometimes things don't happen because of it says mother. You have mother in spirit. I can't remember if I pulled. I know I've read you one before, but I'm not sure. But just feel like there's a mother energy in spirit, and then there's also like just of wanting to care for you, like, and to feel like there's just like more of a safety, of a care, of a wanting to like, no matter what happens and what accomplishments or anything, it's just like a knowing that it's like that's all like doesn't matter. It's just the more of the caring and the safety and the love that you feel is what at the end matters. You haven't got okay. You're doing okay. Yeah, because that's what I was like. I feel like when I say mother, though, it's like I always say like, but it does feel like a guide almost. So yeah, maybe that's what it is. Just wanting, maybe look. Sometimes we do, as we are more geared towards, what can I accomplish or do, and it's like really at the end of the day, what like they used to that no fear like slogan, like I used to say the man with the most toys wins or something, but it's like that's not really how it works. It's like the man with at the end of the day who has the love and acceptance of like, what do you want when you pass away, is what can you really take with you? Nothing. It's like what you can take with you is the virtue of who you were and who you were, as a person in this life, right? So it's like I feel like that's what they she's like just wanting that safety and that love and that you experience all that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I feel like that's what in your dream, like that, because like it was interesting because I do feel like is that the goddess that in your dream, do you feel like that's your guide? Because I feel like it makes me feel like a guide is a woman and very motherly, like a god. It makes me feel like, like they have this picture of a mother in a tree. It just makes me feel like a guide. So I feel like Hi, Sophie. Yeah, I feel like though you can talk to your guides and through meditation and or ask for guidance in a dream, they can reach out that way too. It's just especially right before bed, asking that, putting that intention out, like just like when you if you do reading, when I do readings, I ask questions of the guides, they give me information back. So I feel like that's who I'm talking to mostly, unless I'm talking about like a loved one, but that's who I feel like I'm talking to. But like I feel like that they're my guides or your guides, or so it's like I feel like that you can ask. Yeah. Well, it's a soul retrieval too, so I feel like there's like a lot of that. Into myth. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. In childlike form. Oh, interesting. Huh. Yeah, what I'm seeing is like a mother like figure. It's like she does seem like a mother type figure, and she seems like just a lot of, I don't know, lighter brown. She seems like bright and light, but which makes me feel like more of like a foggy apparition type figure, and then she's like got like a blondish hair, long, and just seems like very motherly. Like she almost is like she's like, the reason why also too is like I feel like she's even pregnant, but then, you know, when she shows that for a bit, like she's a mother, and then she like kind of goes away. So it's like, that's why I'm saying like she's like a mother figure to you, like guide, like just that is a protector more so of wanting you to be feel safe and grounded and feel the love. I feel like it's a lot of like wanting you to feel the self-love and the guidance from spirit in that way, you know, that unconditional love from spirit, so you can feel like you're comfortable and trust enough to go more within. Is it, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, so for you with the childlike form, then you know what you felt for that, but that's what I was feeling from this. So and I feel like it's just also to help with the things that have happened in your life, the stories that, you know, like the things that have happened, things that have happened in your life to help understand, you know, the stories that we tell ourselves to. Oh. Well, thank you. Well, I feel like that's what they want. That's a lot of what spirit can be, because it is love and acceptance and of self. So it is, I guess, positive, right? I mean, like, it's acceptance of yourself and not as much positive, but just a piece of knowing that you're true to yourself. Yeah. But I feel like it's, I feel like it's just developing that your own inner friendship with that child too, of her. I feel like that goddess, that child goddess, is trying to also help you with that, healing your inner child. Getting in touch with it. I feel like you're on, yeah, I mean, I feel like you're on the right, you know, it's just knowing that it's not a sprint, you know? So, yeah. I think, thanks, Eska. I hope that helped or resonated. Hi, Sophie. Yeah, you had a question? Okay. We'll see. I'm gonna, going off at 4:30, and we'll see who is here yet. Priscilla's been waiting. Priscilla, you had a question? And then maybe I could give you a quick card, Sophie, by the way, so I was going to leave at 4:30. Oh, soul retrieval? Oh, your Twitch just crashed. Oh, man. Oh, sorry. Soul retrieval. Oh, this thing? I don't know what I said. I just that was a while. Was that a while ago? Yeah, I have to look back. The soul retrieval. Yeah, if you look on the screen, Sophie, I think their messages are on there. Right next to me. Right here. Oh. The soul retrieval. know what I said about it. Yeah, I don't know what I... So I can't remember. Like, I'd have to, like, I'm not getting anything, so I can't remember what I said, but I feel like... Well, also, the soul... It's like that feeling of your soul, too. Like, I feel like you do feel, like, things... Well, the things that do resonate for you, that it is part of, like, a inner... higher self knowing. I don't know what I said earlier, but that's what they're saying now. But like a inner self knowing, like when you do feel things that do really, it's something about the chest energy with you, like the heart. It's like that chakra. It is really feeling into that more. And it's like that inner knowing is how what that I feel like that mother guide is helping you with the soul, like the feeling of how you feel as a soul, like before you come into reincarnation. I you know, I mean, there's theories, but I feel like there is like that unconditional love and all that. It's like remembering that's what you're really here to feel in that higher vibration, I guess. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's okay, Sophie. No worries. Oh, Sage, we're gonna, I'm gonna be leaving in a few minutes. I've been on for an hour and a half. I'm only gonna do readings for an hour and a half, so. But I was gonna see if Priscilla's here, and if Priscilla's not here, then I'll, but if you follow, I'll be on again on Tuesday, so then you can, I'll give you a reading then, if you're on. But yeah, but I just give out free readings, whoever's on, from Spirit. Okay, Aska, yeah, you feel it in your chest when it happens? Yeah, it makes sense. I don't think Priscilla's here. She might have left. Aw. Oh, thank you. Thanks for the stars. Appreciate it. Let's see. You're welcome, Aska. Thank you for coming. Alrighty. Let's see. Well, if Priscilla's not here, we're gonna, what time is it? 4:29. Okay. Sage, I can quick give you a card, and then can give Sophie a quick card. Let's see. But otherwise, I can always give you a bigger reading later. Next time. Okay, no problem. Alright, I got, Oracle of Shadows and Light. So let's see what I got here. Aloha healing. Okay, that's interesting. Amara the Manhoon. I'm horrible with names. Words I don't know. Manhoon, I think. Aloha healing, it says. Do you feel, Sage, just better when you connect with people? I feel like just connecting with people, even if it's just a friendly wave or a hello, you feel like your energy gets rejuvenated. Yeah, I feel like it's I feel like it's that positive outwardness that happens, and that you a lot of people don't really realize sometimes just a smile or a wave or something to even a stranger can mean the world. You don't know what they've been going through or what's happening in their life. So I feel like there's like the spirit is really explaining how that even if that does rejuvenate you, and there's a reason to it, is because you are there. I feel like you know this already. You know what I just, you feel that because you've, been there, and we all have. But I feel like that's why it's like a conscious thing that you really do want to make sure that you feel like there's also just a protecting yourself sometimes too. I'm doing good. It says Ghost of the Pumpkin Patch. It says just count your blessings. So let's just stay positive and try not to take too much on. I feel like they're saying too. It's like, even though you do feel like a need to connect, it's like try not to take too much on of other people's other people. Yeah. All right, thanks, Sage, for coming. I'm gonna give Sophie the quick card, and then I'm gonna go but I'll be on again. You're welcome, Sage. Thanks for coming. But I'll be on again on Tuesday. So I'll give one to Sophie. You're welcome. Oh, little Owlin. Wisdom as light as a feather. I feel like, well, I feel like just wisdom doesn't have to be as like that deep inner heavy feeling of it doesn't have to be this deep knowing. I feel like this is sometimes there's just this air to it of wisdom that you can't really grasp. It's like it's like sometimes there's things that aren't explainable that and understand about situations, and I feel like it's not trying to put words to them, or it's just allowing them just to float and having that inner wisdom of knowing what they are, what it means, but without having to put, like, makes me think of this literal, like, literature type wording on it. Is like just allowing it to just be, trust wisdom, be light and playful. Simple knowing. That's what it is. I'll give you one more. So I feel like that's a lot of what you feel about your health too. It's like knowing that, well, this is a simple knowing of that this is only temporary. You'll heal. It is difficult this time, but I feel often known info without learning in this life. Exactly. And it says reconsider your alliances, make new connections. So I don't know if that's more of like with friends or if it's more of like business, but I feel like it might just be spirit expressing that, there's an inner knowing of, because it's 14. I think it's more of an inner knowing of that too, like of when it's time to say goodbye, when it's time, who's right for you and who's not. So it's that too. That inner, just trusting it. Trust what you feel, know intuitively. Yeah. And not having, I feel like a lot of the not having to put, trusting it, not having to put words on it and just be like, all right, this is how I feel, and going with it. So, well, thank you all for being here. New connection. You're welcome, Sophie. Thank you. And who allowed me to connect, and for those who simply just held the space quietly, thank you. And may you leave grounded, steady, and clear. And I'll be back on Tuesday. I think I said at we're gonna do it at 1:00 p.m. Eastern time. I thought it'd be nicer because of a lot of the UK people will do it that time. I think I said that right. I would have to look back, but I have to look at the time thing. I think it was 1 p.m. 1 p.m. on Tuesday, 6 p.m. UK time. So I'll see you guys then. All right. I'll be back on Tuesday, Selvie. So I can answer you then. All right. Bye, guys. See you then. No, I can't. I gotta go. I'm sorry. No, I gotta go. Bye.